Hey everyone, this is Dr. Neil Schwartz. I have another case for you today. This is a very severe case of acne in a young person who was struggling and had really tried many things. Let's take a look at her chart first before we get into the photos here. Here, I noticed she was 18 years old. She had had acne for 2 years. We had taken her vital signs. And on the other side of the chart, you'll see I asked her what she had tried. She said she'd been to the dermatologist and, quote, she had tried everything. The dermatologist had given her prescription topicals. She did the oral contraceptive pill for her acne specifically. She had tried oral antibiotics. She had done facials to try to clear her face up. She had done topicals from Mexico that claimed they'd be able to clear her skin. And she had tried Proactive. And after all of that, at 18 years old, this is where she was. And this is the situation she came to me in. Now, when people look at this, there's many ways to look at it, but let me try to show you how serious this case is. She has some major inflammation going on in the mid-cheek here, and you can see it's starting to darken around it. And these larger bumps are potentially going to create scars just from the inflammation themselves. And so this is a very dangerous situation. Along with the danger of the situation, she also has hundreds of tiny bumps. Look at these tiny flesh-colored bumps everywhere. If you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We're at 50. We're not even halfway down one cheek. You can imagine she has several hundred in her face. Look at all the tiny bumps down in the jawline here. And she's obviously struggling, and her situation is worse than she even knows because of all these tiny bumps. This was day 1. 1 week later, she already looked like this, and probably that's about the most amazing first week you could ever see on a severe acne case. Let's look at that again. That was impressive. This is day 1, and this is literally 7 days later. Let's take another look. See if you can correspond. Some of the bumps correspond. Some of the other ones are little ones that are just kind of pushing out a little bit. But here's where she's at. What the significant change here that's noteworthy is that all of this in here, the redness, inflammation, and swelling, has come down significantly, making her safer for preventing scars. When someone's face is this red and this swollen, the flesh can only take so much of that before it begins to create three-dimensional scarring, or deeper three-dimensional scarring than there already is, and there has to be. And this was an incredible week 1. Right here we knew she was safer, and we can calm down and start to fine-tune what's going on here. In the next photo, this is 1 month after that. So let's go back. This is day 1. This is 1 week later, and this is 1 month after that. You can see this coloring is flat now, and all of those inflammations that were a danger to her are almost all gone. We've got a couple inflammations left, and you notice the smaller bumps, the tinier bumps, those are actually the same ones still stuck in there. A lot of the smaller bumps are completely disappeared, and so she went from hundreds of bumps down to, less than 100, or maybe less than 50 here, if you count her whole face. These dark marks here, this is all from the wounding of the inflammation. This is the same thing that happens when you get in a car accident and someone goes through the windshield of a car. You have a wound and then you have a dark mark, and that's what she's doing here. She's wound healing. The inflammation of acne is a wound. It behaves like a wound, and you have to grieve over the wound first and then realize there is going to be some wound healing, and that's all that's going on here. Let's see the next one. This is, let's see. This is now 2 months exactly after that last shot. So I'll take you through the chronology again. This is day 1. This is 1 week later. This is 1 month later. And then we didn't have to do much because she was just healing. And 2 months later, she came in to show me this. Now, if you look closely, she is flat and smooth. It's almost like silk here. and we're seeing some of the three-dimensional scarring, which is smaller than we might have expected. She just has some mild wear and tear here, and some of the dark marks haven't faded yet. They sometimes take several months once you have no active small bumps. She's completely happy here, and we're going to get to hear from her. I got an audio of her talking about her story in a bit. But let's critically compare here. This is 3 months later, and this is day 1. And let's just really take a look. I'm going to zoom in for you. I want you to really take a look at what's going on here. I encourage everyone to zoom in as much as possible in these videos. In case there's any doubt, the zoom function on your computer really comes in handy. Let's see just up close what that looks like. That's not as focused, so I'll take it back a little bit. Make sure we got our focus good. And that's 3 months without oral medications. She had already failed many oral medications. The doctors had offered her Accutane. She said she refused. She was scared of the side effects. And I told her, and she had heard of this advanced topical program, and she decided to do it. And when you dig in right and you do it properly, this is what happens. This took exactly 3 months to get from here, severe acne that is scarring and causing three-dimensional damage to someone's face, to completely safe, healing, smooth, flat, and she will continue to heal as long as she maintains this level of control. Let's take another look. So, I'm proud of her. She did a good job, and I thank her for letting us show at least even a cropped version of her face. She gave an audio too that we'll listen to in a bit. As always, I like to reiterate the mission in the practice here. The mission here is to prove beyond any doubt that all acne is treatable with or without oral medications. In my practice, I do it without oral medications, and the bottom line is everyone needs to know that it's always treatable. If you think for any reason your case is special or untreatable, it's good to know, observe, watch these videos, and know that you're simply suffering from a condition known as hopelessness. And that is an emotional condition that sometimes comes about after multiple failures with many practices, many products, many doctors. When enough failure is stacked upon itself, hopelessness is the end result. And this project has proven that hopelessness to be essentially incorrect or not accurate. The hopelessness is actually an emotional response to what has happened. There is no case of acne that is untreatable. There is no case of acne that's not preventable. It is, however, very difficult, and no one's going to minimize how tough it is to get these results. It takes a very diligent client or patient, and it takes an expert that knows what they're doing with this particular type of skin. If you feel like you've been pushed away by the medical system and maybe just 5 minutes every 2 months with the doctor is not enough to treat your acne, that is a valid concern and a valid criticism of the system. When it comes to chronic conditions, especially ones that are emotionally charged like acne, you sometimes need a little more time with the practitioner. And that is one of the disadvantages of having a large health insurance-based system, is that you pay less, but you also get less time. And when it comes to chronic conditions, sometimes you need more time. And it's good to know, even if you're failing, at least that you're dealing with a treatable condition. And that's the mission of the project. And I'll repeat that every video I make. My only mission is to prove that acne is always treatable. I don't care how you get treated. I don't care how you get clear. I obviously have mastered a way here, but there's many people that are getting clear in many different ways. As long as you understand it's treatable, I'm happy. This was your day 1 photo. How do you feel now after this program?
I've come a long way. An extremely long way.
What do you think?
Yeah, it was really bad. Horrible.
What do you think? What do you think about this whole crazy condition? People like you are suffering everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I think they should just try the program.
Do you think all acne is treatable?
Yeah. I used to think it wasn't, but now I do.
Besides telling them to come here, which we know they should because it's one way to beat it. How would you
convince someone who's hopeless that a condition they suffer from is not hopeless? How would you, just in general with suffering and treatable conditions, how would you try to convince them otherwise?
I don't think there's anything that can't be treatable. I mean, there's all types of treatments for everything, and you just have to have hope.
Yeah. What made you come here? You saw the videos online?
Yeah, I saw the videos online, and my mom looked it up.
And you had been to doctors before and tried?
Yeah, I tried just about everything.
In reality, if you hadn't seen those YouTube videos, do you think this condition that we're looking at now would be fixed or maybe partially fixed?
If it wasn't for the videos or the photos, no. I would have thought it would have been another one of those scams.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think? What would you kind of tell a nice person who still thinks it's not real? What would you tell them besides come here? What would you tell them? What if someone told you your case isn't real? What would you say?
Well, look at me now. How do I get rid of it?
All right. Well, let them know. This is an amazing case.